York. Hello, fellow pro-life heroes. My name is Dr. Elizabeth Rex, and I am the president of the Children First Foundation, and this is my husband, Charles, who is co-founder of the Children First Foundation. And we are the official sponsors of the Choose Life license plate in New York.
Hold it up again. Hold it up.
New Jersey.
I need the New York back up.
Connecticut. Vermont.
Oh, get out of here.
New Hampshire. And miracle of miracles, Washington, D.C. Woohoo! Choose Life, D.C. This plate is on the road. You know anyone in D.C., please tell them to get the Choose Life plate in Washington, D.C., our nation's capital.
Please hold up New York again. Hold up New York again. We need New York. We're in New York.
This is the one that we are asking Governor Cuomo to approve.
The biggest pro-abortion governor in the country.
It supports adoption. If he's pro-choice, he should approve it.
Thank you.
Now, I want to begin my comments by thanking my dear friend and fellow rabble-rouser, Dawn Askew. Please give her and her committee all of your thanks and praise for today's event. We are gathered here today to celebrate the greatest gift of all, the gift of life. We have all made heroic efforts to be here today in the greatest city of the world to publicly thank God, our loving Father, for creating each one of us, his daughters and sons, in his own image and likeness. On this truly great day in the history of this great state, we are here for the purpose of bringing awareness to the great value of each and every human life, from the moment of conception to the moment of natural death, when, God willing, we will be united forever with God and our loved ones who are waiting for us in heaven. God so loved each one of us that he sent his only begotten Son to show us his love. By divine providence, today is actually a triple celebration rolled into one. First and foremost, March 25th has been celebrated as the feast of the incarnation of the Son of God, 9 months before Jesus' birthday on Christmas. It is also called the Feast of the Annunciation today. The Archangel Gabriel announced to Mary, the Virgin Mother of God. Secondly, St. John Paul II established March 25th as the International Day of the Unborn Child to be celebrated around the world. And we're doing it in Manhattan. And finally, by divine providence, it is also Palm Sunday, when even children celebrated Jesus' triumphant entry into Jerusalem. Let us pause for a moment to ponder the amazing grace that this event signifies in the history of our nation and in the state of New York. As we know, President George Washington was sworn into office in Federal Hall, not far from where we are gathered today. Our new nation, under God, was founded to proclaim and defend our inalienable God-given rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. A great civil war was waged and won to free the slaves because our nation was dedicated to the proposition that all men, women, and children are created equal. And the right to liberty for all was established and protected for all human beings by the 14th Amendment. Then, 45 years ago, and for New York, 47 years ago, the state of New York unexpectedly legalized abortion. I was a junior at Barnard College, Columbia University. Back then, abortion was illegal in all 50 states, including New York, thanks in great part to the early feminists who were pro-life. But I want to tell you that something wonderful happened in New York back then. New Yorkers were so horrified that they called for a referendum, a vote to overturn the legalization of procured abortion, and we did. New York overturned legal abortion. Who remembers that? New York's junior U.S. Senator, Senator James Buckley, led the revolt and managed to rally the entire state of New York to overturn such a horrendous law. I remember marching through Central Park with Senator James Buckley himself and thousands of New Yorkers who demanded that the law to protect the lives of unborn children be immediately reinstated. When the votes were counted, abortion was legally defeated in New York by the people of New York. It was a glorious moment of celebration and reaffirmation of the Declaration of Independence and our Constitution. But it did not last. One man, one single man, New York State's Republican governor, Governor Nelson Rockefeller, vetoed this referendum and the will of the people in New York State in 1972. And in 1973, the U.S. Supreme Court legalized abortion in all 50 states in a single ruling that will live. Truly heroes at this wonderful rally in New York City have made great progress, not the least of which has been the election of a pro-life president who is appointing pro-life judges to the U.S. Supreme Court and who is cutting federal funding to Planned Parenthood. We will never give up. And there is strength in numbers. We must not be afraid to speak up. We must not be afraid to take a stand for life. We must not be afraid to let our light shine before men, women, and children, for everyone to see us and hear us. We must not be afraid to put a Choose Life license plate on your car. I am asking all of you to do this in this Holy Week. We are launching a Choose Life campaign in New York with this little half plate. They will not censor us. They will not discriminate against us. We will be seen. We will be heard. We will be heroes. You can put it on the top, on the bottom. Don't cover up the state plate. Put it behind. We'll save babies' lives. We can do this. I am here today in thanksgiving to God for inspiring Randy Harris, the county executive of Ocala, Florida, to fight for the legal approval of pro-adoption Choose Life license plates. And Florida fought long and hard for 4 years to get this great plate approved in the year 2000, and it has inspired a nation. Today, 18 years later, the Choose Life license plate has been purchased and renewed over 1 million times in 33 states, and it has raised $26 million. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Our nation is a Choose Life nation. So as many of you know, thanks to the efforts of our organization, the Children First Foundation is helping to get this Choose Life plate on our cars. So I ask you, let's let them hear us. Choose Life New York. 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 And let it be heard in the Canyon of Heroes. God bless you and thank you.